if Bitcoin goes bullish again and heads back to its all-time high, what is your plan for laddering out and how much do you leave untouched? From Rhino. So first of all, talking about where we are right now with Bitcoin, sometimes I just don't get why people don't zoom out and know where we just came from. So here we are. This is the Bitcoin social sentiment. Big thank you to Sanjay for sending this to me just right before I went live. And it said, trader sentiment towards Bitcoin has fallen to severe negative levels once again. We haven't been at this level since, a bunch of times in March, a few weeks ago. So again, people are freaking out, and I don't quite understand why. Yes, it's hard. One of the regrets I had from July lows of 2021 was not buying enough Bitcoin at 29,000. But here we are. Bitcoin is a roller coaster ride. It goes up, it goes down. With extreme return, you get extreme volatility, and there's a lot changing in the world today. The monetary systems are changing. The IMF is freaking out. Central banks are freaking out. Bitcoin's here to stay. Bitcoin is the hardest asset on earth. So let me throw some perspective onto things as to why I believe Bitcoin is savings technology. And despite the volatility, I'd much rather hold Bitcoin than this stuff. And let me explain in simple terms why. I get this question a lot, and it looks like the formatting screwed up. But in 2009, when Bitcoin came about, the 2009 should be above the 8.3 trillion. We had $8.3 trillion on the face of the planet. Fast forward 12, 13 years later, we have 22 trillion. That is a massive 2.4x, 2.6x from where we were. Do you want this inflationary money in your pocket? And let me explain that 2.6x increase in the money supply. I always take about 60 to 65% of whatever you print results in 60 to 65% in debasement. Here is a simple, I don't eat McDonald's, by the way, FYI, but it's a classic indicator of the cost of living. This is the price of a Big Mac in the United States on average. Of course, it varies from state to state, but in 2009, you could buy a Big Mac for $3.57. Today, it's $7. The price has basically gone up 97%. Call it a doubling. This is directly related to the previous slide of money printing. So back to your question. Sorry for rambling. Just want to hit that home. I am not in it for an all-time high. I do believe my worst case scenario for Bitcoin in the year 2030 is about 830,000. Despite having a weak year, it has not affected my overall projections. That's a 24x from where we are today. My 10-year plan is to stack and hold Bitcoin, get as much as I can, and then use it after that to pay off mortgages and stuff like that. Now, I also plan on stacking and keeping Tesla as well, unless something changes. And on occasion, tax situation dependent, I took some hits already this year, I may swing or hedge at tops. So I'm looking at a whole bunch of stuff. Of course, I'll share with you all what I do. But I have some ability to take on some short-term capital gains because I have some short-term capital losses. So that's just the nature of the beast. Last year was an incredible year. 2020 was a mind-blowing year. And, everything goes in cycles. Again, remember, think long-term. Think the end game, think the upside to potential downside, think risk reward. I can't stress that enough.